Like and subscribe right now, or you're gonna have terrible luck for the next week. Let's face it, street food is one of those things that makes life so much better. And a big part of touring new places is the ability to try out some of these delicacies. The tastes bring a whole new and unique experience. Japan, being so rich in cultural diversity, serves these street pleasures in more ways than you can ever imagine. Walking down Japanese streets, you're bound to run into dozens of food stalls, each promising an opportunity to indulge in their offerings. Speaking of that, here are some of the options you'll be presented with when you set foot in the land that gave us ninjas. Number 10. Crepes. Just to be clear, crepes aren't a Japanese dish. It has its origins in France, where it is so popular that the French have a dedicated day every 2nd of February to be the official day of crepe eating. But today, you can be sure to find crepes being enjoyed in countries across the world, including Japan. In the Asian country, they've become quite popular, to a point where they're now a common sight at street fairs and are even a staple in some parts of Harajuku. And they aren't so complicated either. You can think of them as pancakes, but lighter, thinner, larger, and a bit more delicate. That means they're prepared with flour and can usually be had as either sour or sweet. Sour crepes are prepared using buckwheat flour, hence the taste, while sweet crepes come from regular wheat flour and sweetened with a bit of sugar. To make it even better, the crepes are accompanied with a wide range of fillings. Of course, the accompaniments are influenced by the type of crepe you're looking to dig into. For sweet crepes, the fillings can be whipped cream, syrup, chocolate, or fruits. Sour crepes, on the other hand, are usually accompanied by eggs, mushrooms, ham, bacon, cheese, or some types of herbs. Number 9. Nikkamen. While you can have a fill of Nikkamen all year round, they're usually available in abundance during the winter months between late August and early April. During this period, you can pop into most convenience stores and pick up several hot pieces for your fill. For the rest of the year, Nikkamen are mainly available out in the streets and during festivals. These little pieces aren't of Japanese origin though. Essentially, they're just a renamed version of the Chinese buns baozi. Everything else is pretty much the same, though there are different modes of preparation across the country. The general preparation method involves filling flour dough with cooked ground pork or beef. And here's where the variations come in, as the preparation can feature different fillings. The most common one used, other than the meats, are the azuki beans, in which case the buns are referred to as onman. The onman bun can also incorporate other condiments such as lard and sesame oil for added flavor and taste. The outer dough is sometimes enhanced with food coloring or turmeric to give it a yellow hue, effectively creating a variant on the Nikkamen called kareman. Number 8. Ikiyaki. Here's what Ikiyaki is in simple terms. A grilled squid, sometimes on a stick. If you fancy such a delicacy, then you might want to visit Japanese streets. And if it's your first time trying out this fast dish, there are befitting options. Usually, the squid is served in parts as per a diner's preference. You can order a whole of it without the entrails, or just a portion of it like tentacles if the squid is big enough. Often, it's also divided into rings that allow you to delve into it part by part. If the squid is so small, it usually comes on a stick, which you can enjoy like it were pieces of meat. To make the whole experience even better, the snack is usually dipped in a sauce for that enhanced flavor. Number 7. Takoyaki. Takoyaki has been part of the Japanese street cuisine from at least the 1930s, when it was prepared in Osaka. Since then, it has soared in popularity to being sold in every part of the country. The major ingredients of the dish are batter and octopus. The octopus is enclosed in the ball-shaped dough and served while hot, just like dumplings. But these aren't the only components of takoyaki. Others include pickled ginger, green onion, and tempura scraps. Tempura is prepared by battering and deep-frying seafood, vegetables, and meat. All of these are enclosed in the ball. On the outside, the balls are treated with a sauce and mayonnaise before being sprinkled with dried bonito shavings and green laver. Traditionally, the takoyaki are heated on a special pan that takes on several balls, as much as 16 at a go. The balls are usually turned regularly with chopsticks until they're a golden brown, a sign that they're ready to be enjoyed. Number 6. Yakisoba. Yakisoba directly translates to fried noodle, which pretty much sums up what this dish is all about. The noodles here are fried with a host of other ingredients like small pieces of pork and any available vegetables, for example, onions, cabbage, and carrots. For flavor, the mixture is seasoned with yakisoba sauce alongside pepper and salt. You can have yakisoba either on the side or as a main dish, served, in both cases, with Japanese mayonnaise or different types of garnishes like bonito fish flakes, seaweed powder, and shredded pickled ginger. The dish has been around from at least the 20th century and borrows from Chinese and English cuisines. From the Chinese, yakisoba follows the common stir-frying way of preparing Chinese noodles. In fact, the soba here translates to Chinese noodles. From English cuisine, the preparation of these Japanese noodles follows the same flavoring as the Worcestershire sauce, which was first created during the 19th century. Number 5. Yaki Tomorrow. Yaki Tomorrow is just grilled corn. As far as preparation goes, that's all you need to know, really. You don't need to be a gastronomy aficionado to pull off this one. While not so unique to Japan, it's quite the rave over there and, of course, comes with an added edge of soy sauce toppings. So even if you've had grilled corn before, Yaki Tomorrow presents an opportunity to relive the whole experience anew. Besides the soy sauce, miso butter can also do just fine in this Japanese street delicacy. Both of these toppings are simple to incorporate by simply brushing them on the corn and letting the heat do the rest. Number 4. Taiyaki. Actually, taiyaki isn't so different from pancakes or waffles. It is made using the same batter for these two, but differs from the two in shape. This street snack is specially molded into a fish, which is alluded to in its name, tai. Tai, in this case, is a fish species quite popular in Japan and parts of Asia. Yaki, on the other hand, can mean grilled or baked, and to bring out that classic fish shape, the grilling occurs in a similarly shaped pan. But the difference between taiyaki and pancakes or waffles goes beyond shape. The Japanese snack has red bean paste filling made from azuki beans, which is just one of the many available filling options. Others that are quite commonly used include sweet potato, custard, chocolate, cheese, gyoza, okonomiyaki, and even sausage in some cases. Basically, the snack offers so much flexibility to experiment with different flavors. And the best part is it takes under 5 minutes and you'll be all set to dive in. Number 3. Okonomiyaki. Okonomiyaki is just the Japanese version of the pancake, but with a whole lot of ingredients that make it even better. Some people have even referred to it as a Japanese pizza. Of course, there is wheat flour batter as the main ingredient. The other additions are going to vary considerably depending on different locations in the country. So basically, if you're moving across Japan, you can order this street snack several times and not even get any similar servings. For instance, in the capital of Tokyo, there is a special semi-liquid okonomiyaki known as manjayaki. The most known versions of the dish are from 2 places, namely the Kansai area and the famous Hiroshima. Between these two, the Kansai area version is by far the most prepared throughout Japan. Of course, the ingredients between these two vary greatly, but the way the components are used is also different. In the Kansai style of preparation, these ingredients are mixed, which is different from Hiroshima's variant where the ingredients are layered. Common ingredients include eggs, vegetables, and several types of meats. Other variants of this dish can be found in Tokushima Prefecture, Kishiwada, Okinawa, and Hinase, among others.
Now it's time for today's best pick.
Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber, so if you come across a photo online and want to know more details about it, just send it over to us. We might even feature it in a future video. Number 2. Duck Sashimi. Finally, the FLABBY sea monster Duck Sashimi. This dish is popular in several Asian countries, namely Korea, China, and Japan. Preparation in Japanese cuisine is as simple as dipping the clam into soy sauce and wasabi, after which it's eaten raw. It's also eaten raw in Korea, but dipped in either soup and stews or spicy chili sauce. It's only in China where the duck is cooked in a special Chinese hot pot. But what exactly is the duck? Turns out, a very interesting animal. One of its most outstanding characteristics is its size. While the shell ranges between 15 and 20 centimeters, the duck itself grows to as much as 1 meter in length, making it the largest burrowing clam on the planet. This presents a whole lot of flesh for duck sashimi lovers to gorge themselves on. It also gives the clam an uncanny resemblance to the male member. For that, the dish is considered an aphrodisiac throughout Japan, Korea, and China. Moving on, this saltwater dweller boasts one of the longest lifespans in the animal kingdom averaging about 140 years, although some can beat that, with the oldest to ever be recorded clocking 168 years.
Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and you will get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it, it really works.
Number 1. Dongo. Dongo is basically just dumplings on a stick with rice flour as the main ingredient. About 3 to 5 round pieces are served on a single stick. The taste can vary considerably depending on other additions that are influenced by both place and season of the year. This means you're likely to encounter different Dongo types if you visit Japan at different times of the year, and almost all these varieties are usually served with green tea. For starters, a few Dongo versions you're bound to experience are Hanami Dongo. The name Hanami translates to flower viewing, a traditional custom that is all about appreciating the beauty of blooms. It takes place every late March to early May when the flowers come out. The Dongo in this case is prepared to be just as colorful with different hues. Kibi Dongo. Kibi here stands for proso millet, which in turn means this version of Dongo is made of millet flour. It's especially known due to its association with the Japanese folktale hero Momotaro, Sasa Dongo. This is eaten mainly in the Niigata prefecture. The name is because the dumplings are wrapped in the leaves of the Sasa bamboo species. Other Dongo types include anko, curry, goma, and chichi, all with varying ingredients and modes of preparation.